We did AEW, so here is 250 wrestlers that New Japan should release today. To be honest, I'm probably not even going to know about four people on this list, but we're going to kick off with the champions. And we have got the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Sanada. No idea who Sanada is, so for that reason, he can get released. Now, I'm going to assume that the World Heavyweight Championship is the bigger belt than the IWGP Junior Heavyweight, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. But Harimu Takahashi is getting released too. No idea who you are, son. Finally, people we know as well here. We've got the IWGP United States Champion, Will Ospreay. I know him, but I don't recall one good promo. He can't even work. Meltzer can give him 6 stars, but he's an awful wrestler. Let's be real. We've got so I'm releasing him. We've got the never open weight David Finlay. Is this guy in relation to Fit Finlay? I don't know, but mate, how about you go to the gym and get fit? Damn it, release. The NGJPW. All these fucking titles, man. Zack Sabre Jr. release. Then we've got Kenta release. I've just nothing for these people. We've got Mayu Awatani. I'm torn here. Release? Nah, release. We've got Willow Nightingale. Yeah, we'll release her. We've got the IWGP champion, tag champions. We've got Yoshihashi and Hiroyuki Goto. I'm tempted. Nah, I'm going to release both of them. They have to get released. Up next, we've got the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team. We've got Francesca Akira, and then we've got TGP. This is the most torn I've been so far, but I'm going to have to release them. They're fucking shite. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. This is the most torn I've been so far. The strong open weight tag teams here, the champions, Yoshihashi and Hiroyuki Goto. I could have swore I just did a Yoshihashi. Yeah, so that's the same guy, but different pictures, and he looks like he's aged about 10 years. I'm tempted, but I'm going to release him. I know yous are asking why, but it's because they're shite. That's why they're getting released. Up next, we've got the never open weight 6-man tag team championships. We've got Tomohiro. Oh, what a guy he is. We've got Hiroshi Tanahashi. And the worst wrestler on planet Earth, we've got Keisuke Okada. You know what? I looked at Tomohiro's Baldy Dome and went, his Baldy Dome probably has more seats than the Tokyo Dome, but it doesn't matter any, guys, because they're all getting released. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Now, we're going away for the champions. I'm looking at Aaron Hinari here. I'm sorry, son. You're released. Alex Coughlin, you were the closest not to getting released, but you're getting released. Up next, we've got Alex Sane. Sorry, big man. You're getting released. Bad Dude Tito, you're just shit, son. There's nothing bad about you. Everything's bad, but no in that way. Then we've got Bad Luck Fale. You know what? The guy's actually got half a decent attire. I mean, the sunglasses, the Sergeant Slaughter army hat sort of thing. But that's a bad luck tale for you, big man. You're away. Then we've got Barrett Brown. You've got a Joker tattoo on your left shoulder, son, but it's all over for you. Up next, we've got Bateman. You're released too, man. Blake Christian. I'm tempted, but I'm going to have to release you. Up next, we've got Boltland Oleg. Looks like an absolute windy liquor. So for that reason alone, I'm going to release him. Up next, we've got Brody King. We already know this guy's fuse on the world, burying Dutch Mantel for no fucking reason. So I'm going to bury you, mate, under 6 feet of hate, damn it. Release. Up next, we've got Bushy. No idea who this Bushy guy is, so how about you? Get in the Bushy, pal. I was pissed, right? Admittedly, that was poor, but not as poor as this list, man. I mean, look at this. New Japan's supposed to be hyped up as this, like, big... There's nobody fucking in it. The only people I know are the people who are in AEW, which just absolutely sums up how bad it is. We've got Chase Owens. I'm going to release him. We've got Chris Bay. Chris Bay? Chris Bay. We've got release. We've got Chris Dickinson. I'm going to go ahead and release him. We've then got Clark Connors. Looks like something out of Brokeback Mountain. I'm just going to go ahead and release him. I'm tempted not to, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Now we've got the sports entertainer, Daniel Garcia. But I'm going to have to release him. I'm going to have to do it, guys. Up next, we've got Danny Limelight. There's a bar in Belfast called Limelight. It's probably better than this guy, and it's not saying much. We've got David Finlay. If I know already did you, mate, release. We've got Dick Toga, release. Dookie, release. We've got Drilla Maloney, release. Eddie Kingston, exterminate. This guy, just look at the state of Eddie Kingston. Who's that he's even wearing on his shirt? I don't know. And then like, he stole these crosses for Sheamus. What? And does he think he's the Rock for doing that? Up next, we've got El Desperado. Is that not a drink? I'm pretty sure it is a drink, but he can go. We've got El Fantasmo. I've actually heard of this guy, but I've no idea who he is, so for that reason alone, he's getting released. We've got Evil, release. Francesco Akira, release. Fred Rosser, release. I almost read that's Fred Astaire. He's certainly not in this roster, he's dead. Then we've got Guido. What's her name's Guido? Guido van der Gaard? The Great O'Can. I mean, looks like a Ku Klux Klan member, man. We've got Hikalui, release. Also release Khan. We're going to release Takahashi, already released him. Hiroki Goto, I think we've already released him. We've got Hiroshi Tanahashi, release. Hiroshi Tenza, we're going to release him. We've got Homicide. Is this the Homicide? Like LAX original Homicide, no like some other job or Homicide? Because if it is, then fair play. Up next, we've got Jado. God damn it, Jado. What you doing? What you doing, son? Oh, we've got the worst wrestler known to man up next. Oh, God, Jay White, I don't even want to hover over him. He deserves to be black and white. Equals shite. Release, the biggest release so far. Up next, we've got Jeff Cobb, TNA legend, getting the bin. We've got John Moxley. Garbage. Man, the guy's an absolute all-elite jobber. Then we've got Jonathan Gresham. Release. Then we've got Jorrell Nielsen. Release. JR Kratos. Release. Juice Robinson. Release. Kyrie. Release. I mean, I'm just not seeing where New Japan produces these 6-star matches and sells at the Tokyo Dome. See this whole gimmick that they sell at the Tokyo Dome? I don't even think they could sell it in an arena on the fucking PS5, man. I genuinely believe that. Katahashi Shibata, release. Okada, I mean, look at that. He's even stole Ric Flair's fucking robe. Look, a robe made out of fake money. What an absolute bum. Oh, absolute jobber. We've got Kenta, release. Kevin Knight, it's going to be a release for me. Kusei Fujita, release. Kushida, release. Kyle Fletcher, I thought that was Vicky Guerrero in the bottom right there. Lance Archer, it's a release for me. Who's this? Leo Rush. Aye, get him absolutely released. Mark Davis, release. Mascara Dorada, release. Master Wato, Master Wato. What sort of name's that, lad? Mercedes Moné. Sasha Banks. The amount of money that they're paying her is just not worth it. Like, let's be real, like, is she even drawn in New Japan? Someone leave it down below if she is drawn. Mikey, we'll keep Mercedes Moné. The first person on this list we'll keep. Mikey Nicholas, release. This guy's too old, man. Retirement home, no even release. Begins with R, like, but you know, it's a retirement home. Then we've got Mr. Rosso, release. We've got Oscar Lube, release. Ren Narita, release. Robbie Eagles, release. Rocky Romero, release. Royce Isaacs, release. Rohei Awa, release. Rosiki Taguchi, release. Sanada, I've already talked about him, but you know what it is, release. Satoshi Kojima, release. Shane Hasty, release. Shingo Tagawa, release. Sho, release. Shota Umini, release. Swerve, release. Tachi, release. Taji Hashimiri, release. Taka Michinoku, release. Wait. Taka Michinoku? No, we're keeping him. We are keeping him. We are not releasing him. If that is the original, it looks like him, but surely he'd look older than that. But no, we're keeping him. So him and Mercedes Moné, that's the two we're keeping. We've got Tamatonga, we'll get rid of him. Tangalua, we'll get rid of him. Tetsuya Naito, we'll get rid of him. The DKC, we'll get rid of him. Tiger Mask, we'll get rid of him. Titan, we'll get rid of him. TGP, we've already got rid of. Jesus Christ, what is this? The Coffin Dodgers? Togi Makabe, we'll get rid of him. Tom Lawler, we'll get rid of him. Tomoaki Honmai, we'll get rid of him. Tomohiro Ishibai, we'll get rid of him. Who else we got here? Tura Yano, get rid of him. Follador Jr., we'll get rid of him. Wheeler Yuta, one of the biggest windy lickers known to man. Will Ospreay, don't you know who he is? Yo, get in the bin, big man, release. Yoshihashi, already talked about. Yoshinobu Kanemaru, we'll release him. Yota Teiji, I will release him. Right, we've only 5 more people to go, thank God, man. Yuji Nagata will release you. Yujiro Takahashi will release you. Yoto Nakashima will release you. Aya Yumura will release you. And finally, Zack Sabre Jr., we will keep you in the release bin, big man. So that's it, we're only keeping 2 people. Mercedes Moné and Taka Michinoku, of course, Attitude Era legend. So anyway, guys, till next time. I feel like I've did this list fair enough. Most of them I didn't know, and the ones I did know were basically just appearing in AEW, and they all suck. So until next time, peace.